Hi, Sue Charlebois here, author of New Normal, Working from Home and Loving It. And today we are going to talk about stopping the madness. You know, that madness of feeling like you are drowning underneath your to-do list. Have you ever gotten to the point where you just feel kind of paralyzed, or you're stuck in in this mindset of procrastination just because you're overwhelmed with all of the things that you have in front of you and you just kind of don't know where to start? Well, I used to be like that, and I can completely relate to it. It took me years to realize that I was in my own way. And so today what I want to do is I want to share 3 tips with you that I've learned over the years that have really helped me in a very, very big way to become more productive, to have better results, and to actually just feel less stress and more like at ease with working from home and being my own boss. So the first thing is to prioritize. Now, of course, you say, well, I put everything on my list, but not everything is important. We have a tendency to take on more than we can chew, underestimate how long it will take to do things, and make busy work, or spend too much time on the things that we like to do and avoid the things that we don't like to do. So it's really important to sort of take away your personal preference brain and put on your entrepreneur cap and say, okay, well, what are the priorities for my business? Treat your business like it was a child or a baby or another human being that needed special care. So what are the special things that you need to do to make sure that your baby, your business stays healthy? So you got to prioritize those things. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to delegate. So your job is to always be working on the top 3 most important things. Everything else that's less important, if you can delegate it to someone else to do, then you really should. But you should always be working on the top 3 most important things. Even if that means working with partners who have more experience, it's your job to stay on top of it. Even if you are not good at numbers, it is your job to know what the numbers are, even if you have an accountant doing it. So this is what I mean by prioritizing. As chief in charge of your baby, you need to make sure that your baby's running smooth, right? So after you've prioritized and you've delegated, then you want to eliminate. You want to get rid of all of the busy work, all of the stuff that isn't going to give you measurable results, that you're just using to make yourself feel good, or using to sort of make yourself feel like, oh, that's a good idea, but you might not go anywhere with it. Just wipe those things right off the table. You're not going to get to them. They might be fabulous ideas, but if they're not on your priority list, you can't delegate them, and they are not going to serve a measurable benefit to the business. You have to stop wasting your time on it. Okay, so those are my 3 kind of tactics, right? The 3 principles. But what does that mean in practical terms? Like, how do I really apply that into my day-to-day life? Okay, so I work for myself. Yes, I work with various partners in different businesses, but every day I really work autonomously from my own office. And so one of the things that I do to be able to prioritize is I actually turn off my phone. I give myself a little bit of time in the morning to go over and review my day and set up my tasks and set up my to-do lists, but then I turn off my phone and I don't answer it for a couple of hours. I don't let anybody bug me. I make sure that that time is golden. It is my priority time to work undisturbed, with focus and with purpose. Okay, so that's a simple thing. Just turn off your phone, right? The next thing is I do really prioritize. So I will always be working on those top 3 things, but inevitably something is going to go wrong. You're going to be waiting on somebody to finish a task so you can go on to the next one. And in those gaps, okay, in those empty spaces, or in those moments where you find yourself a time that you didn't expect, that's when you can work on the other priorities, on like number 4, 5, and 6 down your list. Okay, so those are 2 practical things. They're very, very simple, but so powerful in getting you back on track. Now, at the end of every day, this is the final thing that I do. At the end of every day, I clean my desk of all my papers. So I tend to accumulate pages and pages of notes. And what I'll do is I'll go through them one by one. And if there's anything left on the paper that I still need to do, I'll add it to my next day's list, and until my next day starts to take shape. And then I tear up the old papers, put them in the recycling bin, and I get them out of the way. Now, another thing I tend to do when I'm working on a project, instead of doing it that way, is I actually keep a notebook and then I just turn the page, right? So I cross off all day what I've been doing, but then I start with a fresh page the next day and I transfer it. So I'm not always working from old lists. So every day I work from a brand new list. Anyway, look, I hope you find those tips helpful, and Hey, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day.